Hi, this is TJ with Piano Clubhouse, and today I'm going to show you how to play Summer Soft by Stevie Wonder. Song starts in the key of G flat. It's going to change keys quite a bit. Every single section of the song has some sort of key transition in it, and we're going to be jumping through a lot of different keys. So hang with me. We're going to start in the key of G flat. The scale is G flat, A flat, B flat, C flat, D flat, E flat, F, and back to G flat. All right, so the introduction, very simple. Probably the easiest part of the song. We're going to hit a single D flat by itself, and then a pattern of 3 notes. B flat, D flat, E flat, and then do that same pattern an octave lower. Then do it another octave lower, another octave, one more time. Okay, so single D flat. Okay, and kind of make it, as far as dynamics go, make it a little bit softer as you get down to the lowest one. And then secondly, you want to be sure that you're holding your sustain pedal while you're doing those, okay? Next, moving on to the song. All right, so let's break that down. That's the first part of the verse. So it starts out on just a G flat major chord. Left hand is on G flat. You can add that fifth if you like of D flat. Right hand is on a standard G flat major chord, G flat, B flat, D flat. I like to add that A flat in there as well. Okay, next chord. This is the F7 chord. Left hand is on F and C. Right hand is F, A, C. And the 7 is the E flat. Next, we're going down to a E major 7 chord. Left hand is E and B. Right hand is just the E major triad. And the major 7 is that E flat. Okay? Next, left hand is A. Right hand is G, B, D flat, and E flat. I think this is the A7 with a flat 5. Then we're going to go to just a B major chord. Left hand is on B and G flat. Right hand is B, D flat, and G flat. Okay? And I drop that B to B flat. Kind of give the chord a little bit more character, but either way is fine. You can do the standard B triad or drop that B to B flat and add the 9 as well. Okay, next, left hand goes to D flat, right hand is G flat, B, D flat, E flat. This is a D flat 9 chord, and then we end up on back on the G flat major chord, the same chord we started the section on. Okay. Let's run through that one more time slowly. 2, 3, 4. F7, E major 7, A7, flat 5, then B major, D flat 9, G flat major. In between, as soon as you finish that section one time and you land on that, they're just kind of playing around with octaves of D flat, just for I think a measure or 2. Okay, so let's do that last section, hit those octaves, then we'll repeat it. And it repeats again. A nice little run they do, D flat, C, B, just going down chromatically from the D flat down to the A. Okay, let me show you that in time. Let's see. so now let's go to the next section of the verse. Okay, and so. First half of this section, let's break that down. So we're the key that, again, that starts out on the G flat chord. Okay, same chord we started out the first section, started and ended the first section with. G flat major. Next. You can do a little walk down. E flat, D flat, C. Left hand's gonna land on C. Right hand is G, B flat, C, E flat, and F. This is the F7 suspended chord over C in the left. Okay, F7 sus4 over C. Then left hand goes to B, right hand is A, D flat, E flat, G flat. Next, left hand is going to go down to B flat. Right hand goes to just a B flat sus chord. B flat, E flat, F. Left hand goes to A, right hand just goes to a B major chord. A in the left, right is B, E flat, G flat. Left hand goes to A flat, right hand is just, this is just an A flat minor 7. G flat, A flat, B, E flat. Right hand goes to D flat. Right hand goes back to the, just a D flat 9, I think. And we're going to end on this G flat major 7. Okay, this is going to set up the next progression we're going to do. Left hand is G flat and D flat. Right hand is F, D flat, F, B flat, and D flat. Okay, instead of going to the straight G flat major, it's important here that we do drop that down because it's going to be very important for the next set of chords we do. F, A flat, B flat, and D flat. Okay, so let's run through this first part. Put it all together slowly. G flat, B major, one thing I want you to kind of see a pattern here is that the left hand, that's your first chord. Once you get to the C, we're just going down chromatically. The next note is B, then B flat, then A flat. Okay, so from here, from the C down to the A flat, we're just going down chromatic because that should help you take away some of the memorization of what the left hand has to do. It's just going down chromatically from the C, G flat, then up to the C, then down chromatically. Okay, so if you remember that, that'll kind of help you a little bit in getting that left hand going and not having to remember so much. Okay, so the next part of the song, we're on the that progression right there is probably the first hard progression we're going to have. Okay, so it starts out here. This is the G flat major 7. Goes down to the E major 7. Then we're now at an E flat minor 7. D7 chord. D flat 7 sus, C7 flat 5, and then we're at the beginning of the next section. Okay, so let me give you those notes real quick. Left hand is F sharp, C sharp. Right hand is F. Let me stay consistent with flats and sharp. G flat and D flat. Right hand is F, B flat, D flat. Down a whole step to left hand E and B. Right hand is E flat, A flat, B. This is the E flat minor 7. Left hand is E flat and B flat. Right hand is D flat, G flat, and B flat. Left hand is moved down to half step just to D and A. Right hand, just these outside two fingers, move down a half step to C, G flat, and A. Okay. And notice this G flat has stayed put. We're now on B in the left. I'm sorry. The left is D flat and A, G flat. Let me back up. Let me slow down. Left hand is D flat and A flat. The right hand is B, G flat, and A flat. This is the D flat 7 sus chord. Left hand is going to move down one more half step to C and G. Left hand is C, G. Right hand is B flat, E, G flat. There it is. And so this last chord, left hand is B, right hand is F sharp. Right hand is A, D flat. I'm still saying sharps, I'm sorry. Left is B, G flat. Right hand is A, D flat, D, and G flat. Okay, this is a B minor 7. And from this, for the next couple of chords, my brain shifts into the key of A. Okay, so this is a 2 of A, and the next chord is going to be on the E, which is the 5 of A. So in my mind, I'm thinking 2, 5, 2, 5, B, E. Okay, in the key of A, that's the 2 and the 5. So that chord, I just gave you that chord. The second chord, left hand goes to E, right hand is A flat, D, E. Okay, and you just go back and forth between those two. And you kind of do that pickup roll, that pickup note just up to that G flat. Okay. And matter of fact, when you go up to that F sharp, you can even raise that A up a half step to B flat. And then after that, we go back to the key, or back to the G flat major chord. Okay, the same chord we started out on. Okay. Go to that D flat major chord. And then there's one more walk down. Hold on. Now this is going to start out the same. This is the end of the verse. This last progression, and it's going to start out kind of like we did in the middle of the verse. It's going to do a walk down. Those two chords are the same. This last one, we first went to this E flat minor chord, but this time through at the end of the verse, we're going to an E flat major 7th chord. Okay, so it's going to go E flat major. You hear the difference there, as opposed to the that E flat major 7s, okay? And then we hit it again, and then shift down to a D flat major 7. Everything just goes down a whole step. And then we shift to, left hand stays on the D flat, right hand is going to shift to B, D flat, E flat, and G flat. Okay, so from the D flat major 7, and shift, and then we're back to the beginning of the verse. Okay, so let's put all that together slowly. Okay, so from here, we're going to start getting into the ridiculous amount of key changes that happen in this song. So let's get started. It's going to actually start out very similar to what we did in the middle of the verse, in between the first and second verse. But there's going to be a few changes, of course, along with the key changes. So once we get to this point, so I'll play the key change first, then I'll break it down. So we normally would have went. But with the key change, we're going to do a little bit different where we go. That's the same. That's the same. So those first three are the same. Okay. It's going to change here where instead of going here, we're going, left hand's still going to go down to D, but now instead of going to this D major, this D7 chord, we're going to go to a D sus chord. Okay? And then we're going to hit it twice. Then everything goes down. Left hand goes down to D flat. Right hand is B, F, G. Now we're officially in the key of B flat. Left hand's gonna be going from F. You're kind of bouncing around from the F, it's the C and the G, to the F and the C, okay?